Hi guys, how you doing? I just wanted to make a quick video just to explain the recent news that I've shared on my Facebook page and also has been shared widely by the Filipino community. This was an article where we have a shortage in the UK of fruit pickers and people who are doing kind of labor tasks, if you like. A lot of this came out of the UK leaving the European Union or the EU. I'm sure many of you remember back to the Brexit vote where the UK had the decision to leave the European Union. Well, I personally voted for Brexit, and I said at the time, the reason why I'm voting for Brexit is to give more opportunities to Filipino workers because I wanted it to be a level playing field. I wanted to make sure that if the UK needed workers, we couldn't just go to Europe. What used to happen was that before we could go to the wider world, we had to go obviously look internally within the UK and see if there are any workers available. If not, we had to go to Europe, and if not, we could then go around the world. But now, of course, if the UK needs workers, they can go to pretty much any country they want to find those workers. As long as they have the skills that we require, there is a new points-based immigration system. So obviously you need to be earning a certain amount of money. Now, previously that was 35,000. Now that's been reduced, I believe, to just over £23,000 a year, which means it's a lot easier to come over here in a job that's not a degree level job. So that's the first bit of good news. And of course, the second bit of good news is if you have a guaranteed job already, like if somebody's going to recruit you, that already is equivalent to 20 points. And I believe you need, I think it's 80 points to be able to come to the UK. So what does this mean for Filipinos who are looking for a job in the UK? Well, the downside to all of this is there are loads and loads of scammers out there who will pretend that there are jobs in the UK. For example, they'll say we're looking for factory workers, we're looking for cleaners, cooks, chefs, whatever. And this scam has been going on for a long time. And when you apply for this job, you're then informed that you need to pay for your visa processing fees, or you need to pay other fees like airline tickets, etc., whatever it is. The fact is there are loads and loads of scammers out there. Now, in the case of this recent news that a farm in Jersey, the Manor Farm, has recruited some Filipino workers to pick potatoes or basically collect potatoes from their farm. This was because basically the farm was finding that their crops were going bad because they were no longer able to get EU workers from the European Union. So basically what happened was they then went to a job agency, I believe in Ireland or Scotland, I believe both of those job agencies, and they went directly to the Philippines and they recruited workers to work on a potato farm. But basically, bear in mind there are 109 million Filipinos in the Philippines, and this was only to provide work for maybe 4, maybe 10 people. Obviously, it doesn't mean that everyone can come over as a potato farmer. But what it does mean is that there are these kind of jobs cropping up, excuse the pun. But basically it means that these kind of opportunities are becoming available, and no longer is it necessary to have a university degree to come to the UK in search of employment. So again, a word of caution: if you do see any job offers online, look very carefully at the spelling, at the grammar, at the punctuation, just to make sure it's a genuine job opportunity. And then, of course, make sure it's a genuine agency. I know that Manpower recruits in the Philippines, and there are some genuine job agencies, I would say check with the Philippine government, check with your local embassy to make sure that it's a genuine offer. But I believe this is really wonderful news because now this has become public. Of course, it wasn't directly in England or anything like that. It was Jersey, which is one of the Channel Islands, and they have different rules, different immigration rules and different procedures to the rest of the UK. But surely this is a good step in the right direction because it means there is a possibility of a Filipino worker coming from the Philippines who's not a doctor, who's not a nurse, who's not a healthcare professional or an engineer. This means there are opportunities for manual workers to come over here. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, and what I am saying is you need to be very cautious because there are lots of scammers who are trying to take advantage of Filipinos and just basically trying to get money out of them. But I think this is a glimmer of hope, and this is exactly why I voted for Brexit, because I wanted these opportunities for Filipino workers. Somebody asked me the other day why I took that view. And, the fact is that the European Union has a benefit system. So if you are out of work, you are entitled to state benefit. If you are in the Philippines and you are out of work, you're in absolute poverty, you have no way of making a living. And this is the reason why I voted for Brexit, because I want to help our Filipino brothers and sisters. I'm a big supporter of the Philippines, the Filipino people, and I just believe it should be an equal opportunity for everybody around the world. Why is it that the Europe can be rich, the UK can be rich, and people in the Philippines are suffering? And this is a valuable opportunity for Filipinos to be able to better their lives. I'm not saying it's easy. What I'm also saying is if you think there is a job opportunity, if you've seen a job advert and you don't think it's real, by all means contact me. You can message me through YouTube. Please post any questions that you have on this opportunity. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. As soon as I hear about any job opportunities, of course, I'm going to be sharing them here for you. Thank you very much for watching, and stay safe, guys. I know it's really, really hard right now. I really do hope that if you're thinking about coming over to the UK, I really do hope that that's an opportunity for you. And I'd like to wish you the very, very best. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay Pilipinas. Until next time.